Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 17 of Where's That Bar Card podcast. My name is Gina Phillips, just one of the many hosts here to entertain you, chat about all things golf while making you laugh at the same time. Hopefully, right, guys?
Generally speaking, yes. I'm Nick Dury.
I'm Daryl Purvis.
I am Monty Scott. I am executive host.
Yeah, and I like that Nick Dury is, generally speaking, Nick Dury.
I was commenting on your comment, but that we generally speaking, we try to be funny. I don't know that we always succeed in that.
I've heard him introduce himself, generally speaking.
It's
Nick
not
Dury.
a bad title. I'll take generally speaking, Nick Dury.
It suits you.
It does. I don't have a lot of confidence in most things. So generally speaking, I'm Nick Dury. This is who I am.
Can I be casually speaking, Monty Scott?
Well, I think that's evident.
There'd be no other way.
Can I be technically speaking?
Sure.
Gina Phillips?
Why not?
Cool.
Is anyone writing this down? This is all gold.
The good thing is we have it recorded.
That's
Me too.
true. That's
So
very
That's
true.
Fantastic. That's what. Good thing the
Allegedly-
executive.
Allegedly
here.
recording.
allegedly.
We've got a fantastic guest today. Iron Lady, the founder of Iron Lady Golf, Lindsay Knowlton is our guest today, which we're very excited to meet Lindsay and hear about the start of Iron Lady Golf. I think that's going to be fascinating.
Oh man, I'm so excited about this. I mean, I know Lindsay, not to, throw my insider golf connects around, but
Wow.
she truly is one of the people that I interviewed on Score Golf and then stayed in contact with because I think you guys are just going to love her energy. It's like it's very infectious, like truly positive, but also just a great business mind as well. So it makes sense that her business is as successful as it has been.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Look forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm for
And
this.
by the way, Nick's a little under the weather in case you're listening and you're like, is Nick okay? Because he sounds really depressed.
I'll tell the story. I just got back from a golf trip, a Myrtle Beach golf trip. I'll tell you the highs and lows as they happen because they happen in succession of each other. So drove down to North Carolina, not quite Myrtle Beach, drove down to Tobacco Road, which is an oft discussed golf course. It is the number 50th ranked golf course in the world of the 100 best golf courses. Drove down 12 and a half hours. Played Tobacco. Guys, I shot a 78 without having played golf on Tobacco Road. It was pretty phenomenal. That was one of the highest highlights I've ever had in golf. And
after a 12-hour drive with COVID, you shot 78.
Well, hang on. You ruined the story, Daryl, because I didn't have COVID at this stage. And I just played amazing, just all kinds of just great shots and a couple birdies and no blow-ups. And it's a very tough course. And then we got to the resort and wake up the next day for 6 more rounds of golf, and I tested positive for COVID for the first time. So I went from the highest high to the lowest low. I still managed to play all 6 rounds, some good, some not great, but got it in, and here I am, day 9 of COVID. So if I sound off, that's why.
It's terrible because you're like the person who's still protecting himself the most of anybody I know.
I'm literally isolated in a hotel room in Toronto, downtown Toronto right now.
So which makes you the richest person I know as well.
Yeah. I was like, hotel or motel? Back up.
Hotel. It's hurting my bank account after a trip to Myrtle Beach, but.
Is that because your girlfriend was like, don't you dare come home?
No, it was more my thing. We've got a big Australia trip coming up and I didn't want to get her sick in advance of that. So I thought I'm just going to isolate for a few days while I hopefully deal with this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Buddy, let me know if you need something over there.
Oh, thanks,
I'll
man.
bring you
that.
something.
You need some Limacol? How about Limacol?
I think Limacol cures everything. But it was a great week. I should at my worst, I was a couple 91s. At my best, I was at 78. I shot an 80 at World Tour. I shot a 83 at TPC Myrtle Beach, which was great. So yeah, and congrats to Team Red. I wasn't on the winning team, the Bull Moose team. We had to take a dip in the ocean because we were on the losing team, which I'm sure it really helped my COVID, dipping into 4-degree ocean, which is awesome.
You were also on Team Red when you tested positive, right?
That's true.
Lines.
Yeah,
so that's a big win for you.
Very good, Daryl. That's very
Thank
good.
You.
That's very good.
Bravo.
Thank you.
That's incredible shooting, bro. That's amazing.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, it was fun. It was good.
That's impressive. It's like part of me thinks you wanted to tell the story not because of the COVID part of it, because you just wanted to tell us your amazing score.
No, look, after three
Which you
months
should.
of no golf, and then to actually be able to still play at at a somewhat high level felt really good, because I was anxious that I was going to blow up and be awful and lose all my feel and all of that stuff. And because we have such long off seasons in this country that you lose your feel, and often takes months for me to get it back. And so it was, yeah, it was good. So I'm not bragging about my shows.
I don't want to brag, but I shot a 73 as well. At a golf simulator. We played a scramble, and the three of us put together shot a 73. So I'm in mid-season form.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, 9 foot gimmies.
Oh my God.
I'll be honest with you guys. This season, I'm pretty sure I hit a 98, and I was in perfect health. Phenomenal.
Hold on. Have you ever been in perfect health, Monty?
Well, I mean, for me, I was at 110%. I was couldn't ask for more.
I'd be happy with below 100 for sure. I would not complain.
Oh, I thought you meant health wise. It was like, no, I mean, usually shoot for 100 at least.
Oh, health wise. Health wise, I get upset if I have like a slight cold. I'm like, oh, I get like sad. I'm like, oh no, this is not good.
You know what? I'm in the same boat. You know, I feel there's a disturbance in the force if I'm unwell. You know, I'm like, something's up.
Right. And then it's just like, I took my health for granted. Remember when I was healthy last week?
Exactly.
But
we got some. I know the Bull Moose, which is the golf tour that I go on. A lot of those guys listen. So thank you everyone for listening. We also got some amazing golf swag that the Where's That Bar Cart logo is now on. I was hoping to share some of it with you today, but I don't have it with me because, again, I'm holed up in a hotel. But there might be some vests and some bucket hats floating around there. So
did everybody you're with listen to the podcast in the States? Is that why all of a sudden we jumped up into the top 70 in the US
correct.
For the first time?
That's probably correct. They were probably, for the 15-hour drive back, they were probably loading a bunch of episodes.
Top 70? That's
in
awesome.
the US. I mean, we don't really do anything with Americans, so that's great for us. That's just a bonus, but Canada, we're way better than that.
Right. But that's pretty cool. They're probably like, what are those Canadians doing up there?
I did leave a lot of our QR codes in every golf course I went to, Daryl. So
did you? So you never know. We're growing down there. Yep. Soon we'll have an American guest.
Yeah, maybe.
That's so cool. Wow.
I'm hoping to get Brett Hall.
Do you have a connection to Brett Hall, or?
No, I just want to ask him, are you an American or Canadian? What's your deal? And can you golf?
Yeah. Again, small note, you may have forgot this, Monty. I played brother with Bart Hall.
You played brother?
I played golf. That was COVID. I've played golf with Bart Hall, his brother.
No, I forgot. I did forget that.
Yeah.
Well, those guys must be good. Brett Hall's best shooter.
Yeah.
He's not the best nationality wise. He's not sure. But as an athlete, incredible.
I think he's full on American now, though. I'd say.
Maybe he'd give you a straight answer, but I think he's going to be wishy-washy.
Let's ask him the tough questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're about to ask Lindsay Knowlton on this week's episode of Where's That Bar Cart?
Did you know that Gina was going to be here?
No, this is like such a fun surprise.
You can say this is way better than I was expecting.
Way better than I was.
This is best case scenario right now.
So fun.
Lindsay and I just reconnected on Instagram just because I'm trying to weasel my way onto her famous golf retreats that Iron Lady has. So I'm trying to get some golf travel in this year.
Yes, and your boss wrote me about that today. So I was like really trying to seal the deal.
Oh, boom. Moves are happening. Oh yeah.
By her boss, you mean Monty?
Yes, I do.
No.
I didn't know I was in charge of anything over here.
You're in charge of Gina's golf trips.
Oh my God. I'm terrified.
I mean, think you should be.
I hope you enjoy golfing in Guyana.
It's going to be mostly Guyana, mostly motels or whatever rum shops, above rum shops.
I don't mind that. That's fun.
Well, you might mind it in Guyana, not 100%.
That's true.
They will have rum for sure.
But if she drops your name, that should be okay, or at least your uncle's name.
Oh yeah, that'll get you in somewhere.
Is your uncle in Guyana?
I'm sorry?
Are you from Guyana?
My uncle's from Guyana. Well, my family's from Guyana. Yeah, I only went there
once.
His
uncle wrote the Constitution for Guyana.
He did, yes.
His uncle helped get Nelson Mandela out of prison.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he did.
Cool. Oh my God.
My mom is very upset they didn't give him the Nobel Prize or whatever they give for that thing.
Yeah. And one generation later, Monty's on a golf podcast. That is how far that family slipped.
Hey, listen, we never said we were going to keep writing constitutions.
There's no constitution for this podcast.
It was just the one. Yeah.
All right, shall we get this started so we don't take all of Lindsay's night?
Yeah.
Talking about Guyanese politics again.
Well, I can kind of tee her up.
Yeah, go for it.
Please do.
Absolutely.
You did such a great job with the introduction.
I have big regrets about that. Well, Lindsay Knowlton, she was on Canada's national team for 3 years. So in terms of her actual golf playing, she is absolutely no joke. She also taught me how to properly putt one time, and I still remember the tip that she gave me, which we can chat about later. She's a great golfer. She's a 3-time Ontario champion. She's a silver medal winner at the 2004 World Championships. But she went, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create a really awesome business that helps people. And so she pivoted, and now she is the owner and founder of Iron Lady Golf, where she helps people, specifically women, getting them out, getting them into the game of golf, spreading that love of golf around, and teaching them how to play better. So everybody, Lindsay Knowlton.
Amazing. Welcome, Lindsay.
Thank you, Gina. Wow. I'm excited to hear too what the tip was that stuck with you. I think I know what it is, but I'm excited to hear.
Put your beer down before you putt. That's probably the tip.
No, pick it up. Take the tip.
It was the foot to foot.
Oh yeah, the shoe to shoe.
Shoe to shoe. Yeah, exactly. And just like trying to just think about that, just that keeping that in alignment, and that tiny tip just has helped me keep it consistent.
Oh, yay.
I appreciate that.
Anytime.
Yeah. So
go ahead. I just want to say, like, just reading so much about you the last little while, like, where was for the people that don't know, what was the moment where you're like, I need to help more women get into golf? What was the catalyst for that thought?
When I graduated from university and I came back home, I have amazing parents that were super supportive of my golfing career at the time. And they also turned to me and said, okay, time to get a real job. So started into my career path. And it was really at that moment where I started showing up to Christmas parties, and I'm out for dinner with friends, and I'm chatting with my mom's friends and my sister's friends. And there were so many of them saying, I need to learn how to play golf for work, to retire with my spouse, or I want to learn how to play golf. It's something I want to learn how to do. I've never been exposed to it. It seems like it's a great way to get exercise and be outside and have a drink, and gotta love the après, all of those things. And I just remember thinking to myself, I want to help women feel more comfortable saying yes. That was sort of the main point. And I think Gina knows the story, but basically I was sitting in Starbucks back in the day when people would hang out at those long harvest tables. And I was talking to one of my best friends, and we're catching up. And I said to her, I really just want to help more women say yes to golf. Like at this point I had a job, I was working at, I think it was TaylorMade. And, I just want to help them say yes. There's a lot of fear loaded in all of these requests when they're asking me to help them at Christmas parties. And this guy was working away on his computer, and he kept looking over. And at first I thought he was either, maybe a bit strange. And then he leaned over and he said, I've been eavesdropping on this whole conversation and I love this. You need to call me. And it turns out he was a senior VP at Manulife.
Wow.
And honestly, he is the reason why I feel like I was able to sort of start Iron Lady Golf. He helped me. I called him the next day. I said, hey, it's the Starbucks lady. And I went down to his office. He helped me put together this whole lunch and learn program where he told me I was going to help his employees leaning into fear and discomfort and say yes to different opportunities, which then turned into this very first little golf clinic. And it was at that first clinic where they were exposed to golf for the first time. They got a little confidence, they learned some etiquette around the game, but they connected with each other. At the very end, they say, well, now what? And I'm going, oh my gosh, well, now what? Nothing exists. I don't know. But of course I say, well, we run these, 4-week monthly programs. You have to come. And then after the 4-week monthly programs, it was like, well, now what? Oh boy, making this up again on the fly. When these 9-hole clinics with a coach, that seems like that would be the logical next step to this learning stream that we're taking you on. And then it turned into, let's go away together. What's next? Our golf leagues. And it's just become this unbelievable community of women. And we've had about 20,000 come through.
Wow. That's incredible.
Oh,
What do you think? Where do you think that fear was largely based, Lindsay? Like, I know that that's kind of a big question, but golf is, I know, always sort of been considered like such a man sport in such a bad way, and women have not been allowed in certain places and all that kind of stuff. But like, even when you're sitting in that Starbucks thinking about it, where was the sort of current day fear residing with women?
I mean, golf is so hard, first of all. It's just so hard for all of us, even no matter what level you're at. But it is also just so intimidating. There's so many rules. The traditional culture around golf, it just feels like when you pull into a private golf club, or you're just immediately doing something wrong. Like,
yeah, right.
I've parked in the wrong spot. I'm taking my bag to the wrong building. I don't even know where to start. And so I think it's just so much easier. I read the stat that 80% of women turn down an opportunity to play golf because it's just so much easier to say no. Like, it's really just a lot easier to turn it down.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was going to add to one of the list of things you're doing wrong. I'm wearing basketball clothes. Like, is that something? Anyway, that's, you have to be a deep listener of the podcast to get that.
Oh yeah. I remember at my very first Ontario junior tournament, the rules official on the first tee had a long silver ruler, and she would go up to all of us and she would measure in between the top of our knee and our shorts, the distance. And you were only allowed, I don't even know what it was, 3 inches. I mean, it was a pretty tough.
Oh my God.
Time.
Yeah.
I'll send you some photos. It was really tough, but that was, that's the way that it worked. And to a degree, some of that still exists in some places, and at other courses, it doesn't at all. So
what percentage of the women that come through this stick with it? Like, is it, I hope it's a really high number. Like, it'd be
awful if it was low, Daryl.
Yeah, no. If it does, we'll just edit this out.
Exactly. It actually is really, really high. And from a data perspective, I would say it's probably close to about 80%. And that retention piece is so important and something that I think about all the time, and that little ecosystem that people come through and the programs that they're interested in. But a lot of that is I always say, I am not, I being a golf instructor person, I am not the glue that's going to make golf stick for you. Going and getting a golf lesson is great. You're going to get some tips. You're going to know how to putt shoe to shoe, Gina. It's going to be great. But the glue is actually the community. The glue is finding friends to play with, that you're going to have fun. You know that they're going to be there every Tuesday with you. You know that you're going to have your glass of wine after the game is finished, and they become your friends. So that's what I've seen be the really, really key piece of this.
Yeah, because it kind of makes or breaks your experience, who you're with, right? You're there for 4 hours. Oh my gosh, it could be a nightmare, or it could be like the best time of your life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you notice things like the etiquette and the rules become very overwhelming if you're feeling alone in that moment. But if you have others with you that are also feeling the same way, you kind of can navigate that together.
I think it's great you're teaching etiquette too, because I'll tell you right now, the majority of guys who start golf in their 20s or something, no one ever teaches them etiquette.
Mhm.
And it's,
True.
I mean, I've literally been fixing a ball mark and someone's like, what is that? Like,
Yeah.
how do you not know what a ball mark fixer is? Like, come on.
Yeah.
I still battle the ball mark fixer, to be totally honest with you guys.
Yeah, that was actually about Monty, but I didn't want to.
No, well, I'm scared. I butcher the green. If you use it wrong, it's a scalpel. You know, it can create a lot of damage.
You know what, Monty, next year, clinic, I'll come out, teach you how to use the ball mark fixer.
I actually feel like there's a lot of people that don't know how to use,
Yeah.
and the reason I know this is because I was on like a greens committee at some point, and because everyone wants to go in and lift up,
Yeah.
and that
Mhm.
actually breaks all the grasses. So
Yeah.
it would be fun to do a little learning video on that one.
I would love a tutorial, but it doesn't stop me from golfing. I'll tell you that.
No, no, you have friends that fix your ball marks for you.
Yeah, I should be sanctioned. If the greens people tried to execute me, I would feel it was justified, at least their anger.
And Lindsay, you skirted over, after I graduated university, but you graduated University of Ohio State University on a full golf scholarship. And I saw from one of your bios that you didn't start playing till you were 14. So in my estimation, that's either 4 or 5 years of going from no golf to an absolute elite golfer. What happened in those 4 or 5 years where the bug really sank into you, and how did you get to that elite level?
I had a crush on a guy that I literally like chased around the golf course my first summer.
Wow.
And I'm convinced that people come to Iron Lady or they get into golf or they do things for different reasons, whether it's like you need to get to it for work. But I was like, I'm going to make this guy my boyfriend. Like I am going to show up every single day. So I would say to my mom, I was like, drop me off in the morning. And she'd pick me up at the end of the day. And I was like on warp speed, getting better at golf. And not because I cared about golf. Like that was just the result of what happened after the first year. And you just sort of start to see your handicap dropping. And someone said, oh, you should try playing in a little, local tournament. And then that turned into more provincial and then national. And, once the guy kind of kicked the curb, I knew that sort of I was more headed on the golf trajectory. But yeah, that's honestly what really propelled things quickly out of the gate. And again, my dad loves golf. So it was like a nice reason to go out and play with him and hang out. But it was playing in tournaments and playing competitively and playing with people that were, encouraging and also knew how to sort of nudge me to get to that next level.
Wow. Once he found out that you were actually getting really good at golf, is that when the relationship didn't work?
We were like we would play for milkshakes and, grilled cheeses and things like that. Like it was so innocent and so fun. And back in the day where he'd have to call your home line and, set up your tea time for the next day with you after talking to your mom and dad. So it was really fun. And it was honestly, again, like the only way why golf became fun for me was I had this little pack of guys that I became friends with, and they would encourage me every single day to come out and play with them.
I want my wife to play more golf, and I was gonna suggest Iron Ladies to her, but now I'm having doubts, just because I don't want her to have crushes on dudes.
I didn't see that in the mission and vision for Iron Lady Golf. I didn't see pursue men.
Pick up. You get a chance to pick up.
Pursue your crushes.
I do like the idea of being invited to a tournament and like, well, is Rick going to be there? Well, then I don't know then.
Totally. Oh, you want to be on Canada's national team? Are there men there? If there's not men on the team, not interested.
What kind of guys we talking here?
Was it total culture shock for you going down to Ohio State and then being in that sort of, I know eventually you became captain, which is another amazing thing. But what was that culture, that shift like of just focusing on golf full time at that stage of your life?
Like totally insane.
Hmm.
Complete culture shock. I haven't actually been asked this question before, which is sort of interesting. So obviously, you know, collegiate sport pretty well. I was more of a rounded type athlete, like
Hmm.
played softball, played soccer, you know, oh, here's summer, get into golf. And they just do one sport and one sport only. And you're playing for your money, for your scholarship. So when I got down there, there were 13 girls on the team and only 5 travel. So the competition starts well before the tournament. You're actually competing with each other to then determine who actually even gets to go to the tournaments. So that was sort of the first step of what was going on. And, you know, it was still a really good camaraderie. Like people, even though that was happening, it still felt like a really great team vibe. My coach was amazing. She's won coach of the year several times, and she was intense. Like she knew how we were going to get better, and we worked really hard to do it. So a typical day, you'd work out at 6 a.m. And I'll never forget, it was quite funny. Back in the day, so it was when Marion Jones, do you remember the sprinter?
Oh yeah.
Was from the US. She was really fast.
Hmm.
And my coach had this theory that at our training sessions, working out in the morning, we would have to run one lap around the track and then walk one. And when we did our walk one, we would bring our golf bags onto the track and carry our golf bags and motor around the track. And Marion's training at the same time. And
That's
Muskie
amazing.
thought we were just a bunch of knobs, like motoring around the track with our golf bags, and she's doing like wind sprints beside us. And but it was a great experience. I mean, I remember some of our practice sessions, like my golf coach would stand in the driving range with a baseball glove and a laser and go and, you know, shoot backwards at us and yell 63 yards, put her glove in the air, and we'd have her arm length to hit to, and then she'd move to a new position.
Wow.
So just a whole other level of intensity. And I haven't really told many people this. After my first year, I was like, okay, I got to apply back to like Queens and Western and McGill. Like
Really?
I got to get out of here. And thought about it. And then I was like, no. I'm going to stay the course. I'm going to do this. And I'm so glad I did. Like, I'm so glad in the end that I stayed, and it was amazing. And such a cool life experience. After that too, it was really hard. I was like, I can do anything. It was pretty neat. In collegiate sport, I mean, my recruiting trip was the Ohio State Michigan football game. And they had us seated first row, 50-yard line. So you're like high-fiving Brutus Buckeye, watching this insane situation where there's 110,000 people in a stadium and another 300,000 tailgating outside. And at that point, you're sort of just saying, well, where do I sign? This is amazing.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised that you thought about quitting. I've known you for almost 18 minutes now, and I just don't see that in your personality.
It was really hard. It was really, really hard. But there was something in me that wasn't going to leave. Like I knew I knew I could do it. I knew I wanted to do it. And my last year, it was really important to me to set those goals to try to achieve. I was an All-American my last year, which was really important to me. And for Canadians that aren't familiar with All-American, it's basically kind of like a collegiate ranking where you're, you know, top 10 or top 15 in the country at the end of the year. So
Wow.
Amazing. Like
Do
it's crazy. Sorry, go ahead, Gina.
Oh, I was just gonna say, does she ever miss playing like on a team and competing like that?
You know what? I don't at all. Like I absolutely love what I'm doing right now. And to be able to, I get so much more gratification about through bringing more people to the game, and more importantly, building that community. That really gives me like, oh, this is so great.
I mean, I'm envious of anybody who's carved a life out for themselves in golf. And whether it's through competition or whether it's through teaching or whether it's through whatever it is, it's just amazing. And certainly in this country too, where in most parts of the country, we're so limited to it. But was there something about the competitive part that didn't sit well with you?
I love team atmospheres. So I loved playing on the national team. I loved playing on, you know, the college team. And at the time, there was no sort of stream of, okay, you finished college golf, you're finished playing on the national team, Now, literally, you're just basically like putting your golf shirts in the back of your car, driving to Florida and like starting a life by yourself to try to make
Right.
it tour. And that to me, I was just like, oof, that sounds terrible. And through the national team, I had some older friends that were playing professionally, like Elena Sharp's still a good friend of mine, and some other people that tried to play. And you get the real deal. You know, it's not the
Yeah.
people on TV.
Right.
And so, I mean, maybe one day I could have gotten there and it would have been awesome, but I didn't really feel it was for me, that
That's awesome.
lifestyle. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what you've carved out is just you seem very content with what you've carved out, and it's
really fun.
such an altruistic, such a cool thing. Yeah. Go ahead, Gina.
Oh, it's also cool that you can keep building on it too. And like you were saying, like in the first little bit, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? And so now, if you could just take us through exactly what Iron Lady, the different things that Iron Lady offers.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, I'm still basically just trying to make it up every day. It's still a constant evolution of like, oh, let's throw this at the wall. Oh, that didn't work. Go that way. So we run. So in terms of the streams of what we do, one stream is learning. So anything to do with a coach. So that private lesson, the 9-hole clinic, we run full day camps now, which are really popular, and then a corporate program. So anything to do with learning. And then we have our leagues, and the league was born, and I was really excited about this one because we would have people come in our learning programs, and then all of a sudden you could tell they were ready to leave the nest. It was like they don't need me every time they're holding a club anymore, but they're not ready for sure to join a club because it's really expensive. And again, then they're kind of going off on their own to that commitment. And they're not necessarily ready to like call up Don Valley and make a tea time on their own. Because again, that's really intimidating. Maybe you're not really sure who would go, and you could get paired up with who knows. So I thought to myself, well, what if we made a little golf club? Like, what if we just created kind of like a mobile Iron Lady golf club? And so we did. And I went to a golf course, Flemington, if you know Flemington Park Golf Club, the best. And I said, you know, what do you think of this idea? Like, we've got this group of golfers that want to come and be a part of this, and we'll make it for 12 weeks throughout the summer. And they were like, great, let's do it. So we prepay the golf courses for the season. And, you know, the golfer participant actually, you know, commits to us for the season as well, so that it works for the golf course. They're not dealing with someone not showing up for the day, whatever it might be. And we add in a whole whack of more of stuff. So we've got tip nights with coaches, we've got drink nights, we've got games nights. After our call tonight, we've got 8 wellness seminars that are happening. So everything from like tonight, and funnily enough, it's Blue Monday. It's like mindset session. So we've got that, and they're with all different kinds of professionals. I've got the head of Metalwoods and drivers from Carlsbad, California, doing one for us in February about choosing great golf clubs. So a lot of really neat things, hopefully neat, that people enjoy. And that's really how the leagues work. And they're very cool. So actually winter wise, we have them running right now too. We have 6 winter leagues happening kind of around the GTA, and that's in simulators. So again, people can come together, they can keep swinging through the winter time, have a drink, hang out. So that's the second stream, long-winded second stream. And then the other one was travel and events. So I had mentioned Gina hopefully is coming away with us, but we've done 35 trips around the world. I've been on every single one of them. That is one I haven't necessarily let it go yet. And, you know, part of it, last year I did 10. So it was pretty intense, going everywhere from Bigwin Island would be sort of a local one for us, to Cabot Links, to Ireland, to Bermuda, to Arizona, Casa de Campo, and they're really fun. So kind of locally would be 2 days, like a Bigwin Island, and then Ireland would be a week, and everything else is kind of in between.
And so on those retreats, they get to learn, they get better at golf, obviously, because you're playing. How many times would you say in one retreat?
So when we go to, you know, Casa de Campo, for instance, we'll play 4 games. So anywhere sort of between 3 to 5 games. We always add in other fun stuff too. So it's like hike or some sightseeing or a boat cruise. There's always other elements. I organize all the dinners, so you always have someone to eat with, even if it's just me that shows up. You'll always have and they're just fun. Everyone that comes on it is really up for learning. So we have clinics in the morning. It's like an hour kind of warm up clinic where we'll go over a short game or long game, and then they get tips on course. So I will play, typically we take 12 people on these trips. So 6 holes with each group each day. So they get kind of a pre-game clinic and then an on-course learning component too.
So cool.
This
I
is
want this.
amazing.
It's really
I
fun.
want this for men.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, we have a co-ed one happening in September to Cabot Links. If anyone wants to come, you're welcome.
Wow, that's-
If only we knew people at Cabot Links, Daryl.
Yeah, I can stop. I'm from just a couple hours away from there. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah, can I bring my wife?
Yeah.
She can learn how to play, Daryl.
So she knows how to play. That's the thing.
Oh,
I
she
think.
knows.
No, yeah, she plays. She plays like 5 or 6 times a year, but she doesn't take it very seriously. Like she won't get a lesson, or I wish she would.
Oh,
And I wish she had more friends to play it with. I'd be thrilled if she had like 3 friends she could go golfing with every couple weeks or something, you know? But she
Yeah.
can, she's, for someone who doesn't play much, when she hits it, she outdrives me.
Wow.
And I'm not even like
That's awesome.
exaggerating. Like her hand-eye coordination is spectacular. And I mean, yeah, there's times where I'll hit a good drive and then she comes up and knocks it 5 yards past me, and it's the sexiest thing I see her do.
ah,
That's cute.
so you're trying to train her.
Yeah, I want her to be better than me. So I walk around the golf course so turned on.
Okay, that's a good segue actually. Before we get into the par 5, Lindsay, let's shit on men for a little bit. Let's just spend some time crapping on the male species. What are some of the things that men do that are like really not great, that we should be aware of, that maybe we're not aware of in terms of at the golf course, at the driving range, that are, you know, just not welcoming to women? I think this is a question we asked Gina actually when you were a guest on this show. Some of those sort of like micro transgressions or whatever you want to call it that men do that we may not be aware of that we should be.
That's such a good question. I would say I have a couple that pop into my mind. One would be this on course with like the pace of play factor, or assuming that like all women are just slow golfers. Because in fact, if you look at the stats, I think they're actually quite quick for the most part, because they're so terrified if they see anyone behind them, they're just like little rabbits and go. So I think, you know, probably just understanding that maybe they aren't as slow as they are, or is there a nice way to approach them about the potential of playing through if they are slow, in not too much of an aggressive way. And the other one that I've heard a lot of people say is sort of this like unsolicited advice. If you're on a driving range and you're hitting, and it comes from such a nice place and means so well, but going up and giving them 7 tips on what they're doing at the top of their backswing is not ideal. So maybe you can offer 1 tip here or there. And I would say spousal golf. I get a lot of couples that come for it's like a date night lesson, which is quite funny. And it sort of feels like couples therapy. I'm not even joking. Like, sort of, you know, navigating the conversation and trying to help him how to help her, and maybe one nice tip to say, because it's not just keep your head down, and going from there. But you know, it all comes from a nice place. I think it's just a different approach of how to deliver it.
For the record, I refuse to give my wife tips.
Good work.
Well, I don't know. I'll change my ways. I give women a lot of tips on the course, but
You do that on the subway. What are you talking about?
it's mostly stock tips. It's really got nothing to do with golf. I'm just trying to spread like I think is pretty. You should take a look into this thing. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, and mind your business. Do what you do though.
Monty has helped my stock portfolio quite well, I will say. I'm trying
to help.
Yeah.
He's ruined my game though.
Yeah,
Ruined.
golf game, not so much.
Yeah. Golf wise, I don't know what I'm talking about. I probably shouldn't mention anything.
And I seem to recall, Gina, that was your response, was people coming up to you after a tournament telling you what you need to be doing putting wise, or I think it was a putting tip or something like that.
Yeah, it was totally. It was getting unsolicited advice because I'm actually quite receptive to it. Like when someone gives me information, I love learning. So my actual first instinct is to be like, sorry, what should I do? Yeah. Like give me all the info. However, this was like a full on, like he interrupted the dinner that we were at. And he's like, excuse me. Yeah. I noticed it was putting. I noticed you were doing this on the golf course. Can I just show you something? Just come over here for a sec. And the guys I was sitting with were just like jaws on the floor. They were witnessing. There's a few times that the production team at Score Golf were just like, because normally they golf with each other and it's all guys. And so they witnessed a lot of these like little aggressions firsthand. And they were just blown away. This one time, Jason Logan and I had just finished doing the TV show. And this guy comes up, he goes, oh, wow, Score Golf. And he goes and he shakes Jason's hand. And he goes, wow, man, really nice to meet you. And he looks at me and he goes, you are so pale. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, he said, God, you are really pale. It's almost like you look like a vampire. Like, you cannot write this shit. And I just stared at him.
Is that how you met your boyfriend? That was him?
That was our first date. And he just drove off, and it was just crazy because even like I would say that's an extreme comment for someone to like. I'll get a lot of that stuff online, but like in person and just like shaking Jason's hand and then just looking at me and being like, let me just state something that's wrong with the way you look.
Pale.
I know. Wow. Oh my God. Anyway, good times.
It might be just that, like, sometimes people are just awkward. There's nothing like doing stand-up. People come up and talk to us afterwards, and you're like, why are you talking? Like, it's mind-blowing the things they'll say to you, thinking that they're in some way being nice, but it might be like they don't know what to say and they're actually quite nervous in that moment. I just kind of wish that sometimes men could just recognize that they're nervous and be able to have that instinct instead of like, I'm going to do more. I'm going to do more because I'm nervous.
That's a good suggestion.
I'm going to tan more. I know that much because I'm terrified. I'm going to be doing a show in like Ottawa or something. Someone's going to tell me I look like a vampire.
Don't get caught looking like a vampire is what I learned.
Well, I was just at the grocery the other day. I had a guy come up to me and, he was behind me in the line for the self-checkout. And he was, he started talking about the security guards. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I don't think they could take a real robbery. I'd agree. And then he kept going on. And then it went to immigration and he was, and I was like, are you seriously going to come up? Why me? Of all the people, are you going to come up to me and complain about immigration? Out of everyone in this goddamn line.
No offense, you do look like an immigrant too. That's the funny part about this.
He didn't call me pale though.
All right,
so what are your thoughts on immigrants? What are your thoughts on immigrants, Monty? Can we just?
I don't know. I'm pro-immigrant. I don't know.
Lindsay slowly backing away.
Yeah. Going into the curtain.
We have this moment with every guest.
No,
it's like, why? It was so good for 35 minutes.
Wow. Well, I wanted to get that off my chest. It was, it's been
excellent.
Days ago.
In moments like that, though, like I think that guys want you to be on their side in that moment. So it's like he would target you because he's like, if I can just get one on to agree with me, then I'm okay. I'm a good guy.
If I can convince this guy to deport himself, there's nothing we can't do.
Exactly.
So golf, Lindsay, we have the par 5 questions, but it just occurred to me, did I send you these ahead of time?
If you did, I'm
Okay,
blanking.
they're easy enough.
Uh-oh.
They're easy enough. So I apologize if I didn't. We typically do, but it just
Oh.
dawned on me that perhaps I hadn't. But Monty, do you want to intro us into the par five?
I just say that I think immigration is fine currently, but I'm told this is the par five. Is that correct?
Yeah, Lindsay, I promise I'm trying to keep this about golf. Question number one of the par five, Lindsay, your favorite golf course?
Ooh, I'd have to go with, for views, the most striking, Old Head in Ireland.
Oh, interesting. I think that might be the second time someone's brought up Old Head.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Who's the
And to
first?
play, I can't recall.
To play Cabot Links or Ballybunion.
Hmm.
Yeah, we've had Cabot numerous times, but Ballybunion I think is a new one. Is that?
Where's that?
Sounds like there's an issue on a foot, but it's one of the most famous golf courses in Ireland, Southwest Ireland. Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. Are they similar to Scotland in Ireland? Like the actual look of like the open links style?
Yeah, I always feel like Ireland looks more green and Scotland looks more yellow is sort of how I would look at it. But it's yeah, I would say it's very similar. Links golf right on the ocean. It's amazing.
Beautiful.
Part two of that question, and I don't know if you've played any of St. Andrews, Pebble, or Augusta. But other than those three courses, which is the course that you've yet to play that you would most want to play?
Probably Pine Valley.
South Carolina?
I think Pine Valley is it's sort of like, yeah, I don't know if it's South Carolina. We'd have to do a little quick fact check on that.
All right.
Yeah.
It must be, if you want to play a course, you just get a group together and go, right? Like you can convince 12 women that's where you want to go and you're good to go.
You know what? I almost answered that question, Bandon Dunes, because Bandon Dunes is a place I really want to go to. And we're going next year.
Oh, you are? Oh, amazing. Holy cow. Yeah, that looks spectacular.
I'm really excited for that one. That's in terms of like a location, you know, so remote, a bunch of courses, hanging out at a really cool destination. So we're excited about that one.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can't have too many courses on the list that you wanted to see that you're going to see them all eventually.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
that's amazing.
It's cool too that you've built your whole life around having a strong golf community around you. Like, although it was never like intended to be about you, but it's just so cool. You've got your choice of golf groups now to golf with recreationally.
True.
And you know what? The other thing I'd say is a lot of them have become some of my closest friends too. So I really am fortunate that I love the people I work with, right?
Right.
Gina, that tees up question number two perfectly. You're just one of I think the best hosts we've ever had on this podcast. But the question number two is, Lindsay, you can put together your ideal foursome with a caveat, no PGA, LPGA, Live Tour players, and it could be anyone alive or dead. So who is rounding out your foursome?
I mean, I feel like you guys would be really fun.
Whoa. By you guys, you mean Gina, right?
Yeah. You're going to love playing with Gina.
Gina's kind of leading. Gina would be very fun. Oh my gosh.
I think that's one of the best answers.
Yeah, it is.
We can just move on. I'll accept that.
Yeah.
Well, just check. None of us have played on the PGA, right? Just to be sure. Okay.
I would definitely throw Tiger Woods into the mix because I've never, I've watched Tiger play, but it'd be really cool to play alongside him. I'd probably throw Annika Sorenstam in because
we said no tour players.
Yeah.
No tour players. Sorry.
No tour players.
So Tiger's gonna watch, or
Tiger's
is the group
out
behind you?
Okay. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the low-hanging fruit on this one. I'm going with my dad as number one.
Love it.
Yeah, is it true? Because I read something that the reason you started golf was, other than this guy you had a crush on, your dad just wanted someone to play golf with, and he's like, get out here, let's go.
Totally. So he dragged me out but my glue was Paul.
Oh, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dreamy Paul.
Oh,
Dreamy
Paul.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't
Jeez.
the saying goes behind every great female golfer, there's a man
Named Paul.
who's named Paul, who's the reason that you're there? I think that's it.
Definitely. Yeah, so back to my foursome, I would say it's my dad. I would say, I'm going with like less golf, probably more fun.
No,
Yeah,
this
that's
is,
what
this
it
is,
should be.
this is
It's
ideal.
4 hours.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I'd
you
want
want to be
some
the knob.
funny people out there, like probably like a, like a Chelsea Handler. I might even throw Oprah in because she'd probably be really interesting.
Oprah.
And she could buy the drinks.
It's true.
She could buy the helicopter that takes us there.
Hell yeah.
Then the yacht we go to after that. Yeah. And then, you know what? I'd pick a name out of a hat. One of you guys can come.
Oh,
All right, Gina,
That'd
you
be
win.
awesome.
okay.
You're in.
Gina.
We're rigging it.
I thought I was already doing it. I thought I was just doing it.
Definitely, if I'm in that cart, I'm not reaching in my pocket if Oprah's there.
No.
The bill's on Oprah.
You got it.
Does Oprah get her own cart, or do you think you have to share a cart with Oprah?
Oh yeah, no, we're sharing a cart. Yeah.
Huh.
I know that.
Where's
the-
Stedman? Poor Stedman just
Oh.
sitting there walking along behind you guys.
Yeah. We're Stedman.
Question number 3. We know that the Prey Golf for the with your group is like a big deal, and having wine after the round. I don't know if you drink ever during the round, but let's say it's a hot summer day and the bar cart comes around. What is your first drink of choice from the bar cart?
Oh my God. Okay. Well, I would start with a beer.
Yeah, just any
And-
beer, or do you have a
Yeah.
go-to?
Oh, it's probably a Laker.
I like a light, crisp lager, and I'd probably have it with like some kind of like a koozie to keep it extra cold. So in between shots, it's still staying cold.
Yeah, she's a pro.
Not that I want to get too specific on, or that I've thought about this before. Then I'd probably, after I'm finished my beer, because I don't want to feel too bloated, I'd move over to like a transfusion, something
What's
like
a
that.
transfusion? You're getting blood?
Oh, this is the golf course drink. It's vodka, grape juice, and Sprite, I think.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, there
wait.
you go.
I
Yeah,
haven't even heard of it.
Milk vodka. Yeah.
this is unbelievable.
This
It's-
is news.
Yeah,
It's
This is breaking news.
it's
What?
really
I like
No, I've never
record
heard of this.
scratch, all of that. This is
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Blown
mean, this is
away.
up there with the paralyzer.
yeah.
Yeah. the
Okay,
par-
so
Why are these a transfusion and a paralyzer? Why do they sound so dangerous?
I was just in Myrtle Beach on a golf trip last week, and the biggest drink of choice was a John Daly, which I really fell in love with, which was an Arnold Palmer, which is lemonade and
Iced tea.
lemonade and iced tea with vodka,
yeah.
and it is fantastic. It was really good, but I've never heard of a transfusion.
I've never heard of this and we're alcoholics. So for us to not
Yeah.
hear of it,
Yeah, comedians are pretty much professional drinkers. So I mean,
yeah.
True.
Well, you
Wow.
have to make this your new drink. It's really good.
I just like your strategy of like, you don't want to feel too bloated. I got to move to something else a little bit more streamlined. I respect that.
Yeah, like a refreshing beer, and then you move, then you shift.
you know what I'm thinking? That you talk about the beer cozy. You know what you should have is like the cup holder should have a bigger cup holder around it that you can pour ice into to keep
Oh.
your drink. Do you know what I mean? Why have did I just invent something here?
I think so.
Yeah.
So it'd be like a double cup almost, and one cup you pour ice in, the other cup you just put your beer in there. It keeps it cold.
It's perfect.
I love
Amazing.
that.
Oh, we're gonna call it the
move.
bar cart, and we're
Yeah.
all gonna be rich.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like
all
it.
of us.
Let's get the molders on this. We'll start molding plastic now.
All right, the 5 of us, we have a good business person here that can really make this happen. So Lindsay, you're part of this now.
I'm in.
We have an investor.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Question number 4 is around emotions on the golf course. So you can answer one or either or both, or either the angriest you've ever seen someone on the golf course, or how do you keep from losing it on the golf course?
Oh my gosh. That's so fun. I saw the biggest emotional meltdown.
Yes, please. I would love to hear this. Yeah.
And it wasn't like I'm going to tomahawk my club across the course, but I was caddying for one of my teammates at the US Open. So
wow.
She makes it to the US Open out at Pumpkin Ridge. It was so cool. It was
my God.
LP's first tournament. Like,
wow.
you know, her dad was like all over her. And I remember thinking the first thought I had when we got to the first tee of the first round, I was like, thank God I'm not golfing. This is the course I've ever seen. The fairway looks like it's 5 yards wide. Like, this is insane. But what it was a tremendous opportunity to stand on the other side of the golf bag and just watch everything unfold. And I'll never forget, actually, on the first hole, my teammate, she turns to me and she's like, do you know how to rake a bunker? And I was like, I mean, that's sort of like, we literally play collegiate golf together. She's like, no. I just heard something. If you rake it the wrong way, I get a $500 fine. And I was like,
oh my God.
I have no clue. Zero. So I don't know if you know this, but putting your rake in the sand and pulling it towards you creates like these little trench marks. That's a $500 fine. And so you actually brush the sand forwards. But anyway, back to the meltdown. So can't remember what round it was, but it was probably like the 15th hole, and this girl gets into the bunker and she just didn't get out. And I was just watching this like unraveling mental breakdown happening. And then it went from like into the edge down, sculled across, shanked sideways. And I was like, yikes, this is the US Open that's happening. And I'm watching this, and you know, it gave me a little bit of a confidence boost, because I was like, I think I could have gotten out at least. But it was really sad. I mean, but it was interesting because you could just see how one thing led to the next, and you just lose it completely.
Yeah. Oh,
what do you think she scored on that hole?
Woof.
It's not even a number. It's just woof.
No. She just drew a little puppy in there.
It may have had 2 digits. Like, I don't even know. It was so bad that I don't even remember if she continued golfing at that point. It was so horrendous. But
wow.
I know.
Oh wow.
Really
That's
tough.
awful. What is your trick when you have a bad shot, and you obviously don't want to do what she did, which is like just hit it over and over with the same mindset? Do you have like a way to reset yourself?
Yeah, I think, you know, and I'm pretty sure this is proven as well. You definitely can allow yourself 1 to 3 seconds of like dropping whatever F-bomb you need and, you know, getting it out. And then it's like, you're done. That's it. Reset. Right. And definitely for me, the power of breath really helps. I feel like when I go back to kind of the deeper breathing, that helps. And it's over. Like, it sucks and it's over and you're moving on, and it's one shot at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you play any competitive golf anymore? Like club championships at least, or anything like that?
No, you're not allowed when you're a pro. So
I suppose. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So it's only pro events. So on occasion I will, but if I told you how much golf I play, you'd be horrified. Like, it's so little. It's I mean, other than, you know, when we go on a trip and I play those 6 holes with those people, but I'm not really playing. I'm more so hurting and helping. And I would bet I played 5 rounds of 18 holes max last year, max.
Wow.
Oh.
And, you know, part of that is I work a lot. And if I have one day off, I definitely am not considering putting on my golf uniform.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
yeah.
I am going to put on a bikini and I'm going to beach or go do something fun. Yeah. So it's, I don't play a ton of golf, and in order to play more competitively, which I hope to, I actually do aspire to get back into like more competitive golf at some point, and like enjoyment golf, right? Like just going out and golf. But I got to kick things one more gear with Iron Lady.
Yeah, you're still in like the trenches with your business, right? And it'll just keep growing and growing. And I'm sure one day you'll be able to, incorporate golf again recreationally.
Yeah, when you have that Oprah money,
Oh,
it's gonna be.
when we are on the yacht.
And our yacht has like a cooler around it to keep it nice with it. Just pour ice into the secondary yacht.
Yeah.
Where's that yacht club?
As we just drift around the ocean.
That's right.
Lost.
Final question, Lindsay. This might be difficult for you to answer, but your single favorite golf moment.
Oh. I think it was winning the Ontario Championship for the first time. And I'm like 50% introvert. So I remember thinking to myself, I knew I was leading and after the second day, and I was like, I'm not sure I really want to win because I don't want to teach afterwards. Like I don't I don't know if it's worth it. Like I think I might just throw in the towel and shank it off the hole. But anyway, I went through with it and gave the speech, but it was really, I remember my dad, back to my dad, he was caddying for me and he was so nervous. Like
really?
I was like, oh my God, like relax. He was like, I will give you a loonie for every single birdie you make. I was like, okay, come on, Dad. This shows you how old I am because that's
loony.
But it was just one of those where it was a really special moment and special win. And the second one that felt really special, if I had to choose maybe a second in command, would be I won the North and South at Pinehurst. And it was like the year after Payne Stewart had won the US Open.
Yeah. Wow.
There. So
incredible.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Those are, you definitely get to when you have those kind of things in your career.
Ironically, I feel like if Gina was leading the Ontario Championship, she would be so excited about the speech. All she'd be thinking about coming down the 18. I'm like, yes.
I'd be so motivated by that. What am I gonna say? What joke should I tell?
Does anybody have a notepad? A notepad.
I'd be like handing over my phone to like make sure that like I get an Instagram reel like in proper format. I'd be like,
that's so funny. Yeah, it was like paralyzing for me.
Yeah. Interesting.
That is amazing. Yeah, that is amazing. I definitely would be thinking there's no way they can give me the light if I won the championship. I can talk
never stop.
4 days straight. That is wild. Like, I don't know if I want to win this thing. I don't know if I have 5 minutes for this speech.
Yeah. I was like,
what did you say?
Oh, I blacked out. I don't know. Literally, I was like, it was so nerve-wracking. And of course I was like, well, it's bad karma if I write some notes beforehand.
Sure.
Like, write notes about the tournament that you're going to win, because then you're not going to win it. So I didn't write anything. So then of course I think I ran to the bathroom and made a couple quick notes, but I have no clue what I said. Don't remember a thing.
That's wild. You remember everything perfectly. It's blacked out during the speech.
Full blackout. Yeah.
Your father's like, I'll give you a loonie for every time you swear in your speech.
I like that the loonie became the motivation. Like,
yeah.
Really need that $5. I guess I'll win.
Yeah, but when you're that good, you make a lot of birdies. So I mean, they're talking $9, $10, $12.
Yeah. Almost minimum wage.
Yeah. Listen, Dad, if you want to throw me $12 after this, I wouldn't mind either. What the hell? What's that gonna hurt?
And he's caddying for free.
Yeah, let's say it's not very often the caddy's the one that pays out at the end of the tournament.
No.
Yeah.
Where can any of our female listeners or I guess male listeners, if you're going to have
because I play with a lot of dudes who say like, I wish my wife played golf or was
where
interested
could they
in
go?
golf.
Where could they go to find out more about Iron Lady Golf?
Well, you're all welcome. It's so we've got a website, ironladygolf.com. We have Instagram as well. If you want to follow us on Instagram, it's again, Iron Lady Golf. and Facebook page too.
She's also done some tips on her Instagram as well, some golf tricks and tips. So it's very informative.
Maybe she can have you on there giving some speech tips just for when people win tournaments.
Tip number 1, don't black out.
That's huge.
That's simple. It's people overlook that, right?
It's nice to
Lindsay,
get tips from a pro like Gina. It's just so nice.
You're doing so many amazing things, and it was like such an honor when you agreed to come on. We were very, very happy and very excited, and just hope that we can help promote and support what you guys are doing. And thank you for your time. This is amazing.
Oh, thank you for having me. This was really fun. You guys.
Okay, and we would love to break all the rules and play in a fivesome. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
I would love it.
Of course.
Yeah.
And if
That would be
if Paul's listening, we'd love to have you on the
Paul,
episode to tell your
You
story.
missed out. This is
Yeah.
the empire you could have been a part of, Paul.
You had it, Paul.
Yeah.
Couldn't keep
Yeah.
up.
That's right.
Poor Paul.
Well, I can't wait to do it up. I'm over by Flemington Park, so let's do it up anytime.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Is
always
that where I interviewed you originally, Lindsay? I couldn't remember. Was it?
I think it was up at the country club in Vaughan.
Yes. I'm right, because we were overlooking. Oh, it's such a beautiful view there. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when we all golf together, I'll bring the transfusions.
Oh
Love
yeah,
it.
do
Yeah.
Can't wait.
that.
Bring a lot.
That
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
So,
Thank you so
just
much.
one more last time. It's a vodka? No.
Vodka, grape juice, and Sprite, I believe.
Wait,
We'll have to
grape
do-
juice or grapefruit juice?
Grape, like purple grape.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
Welch's? Welch's?
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh. Because we always have grape kombucha in the fridge. Would that be good enough? Would that work?
Go try it right now.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Try January, but I'll try this in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, Daryl is. He was telling me on the 7th. He's like, the month is almost over, and I'm like, you're. This has got into your head. Yeah, he's like, it's almost done.
Well, it is almost over. Anyway, thank you so much for doing this, Lindsay. That was amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, thanks so
Fantastic
much,
to meet you.
Lindsay. It
Thanks,
was awesome.
Lindsay.
Thank you, Lindsay. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. That was great.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
fun.
so good.
Isn't she like a vibrant personality
Yeah,
that you
it's
can't get enough
incredible.
of? I know.
Like,
Love
if
her.
you're gonna want someone to be like the face of your organization,
Yeah.
she's perfect.
Yep.
I know.
Especially
Yeah,
if
great.
you've started the organization. And you're-
No need not to be the face.
If you start an organization, you want someone to be the face. You hope
And
it's
you're-
you.
No, I'm saying if you started an organization and you are her, you're the perfect face of the organization.
Yeah, hard to be anyone else.
Yeah.
It's nice that she included her own face as the organization.
Yeah.
This is the outro, by the way. I'm leaving this in. This is great.
Well, understandable. I mean, it's so good, so well done. Gina wrote this in advance because she's like, this is going to be a winning podcast. I know it.
Yeah. And I will not black out when I say this.
Yeah. This is my chance. Nick is sick. I'm going to be the better host this time. Daryl's
Wow.
doing sober January, so
Yeah.
I
God
know.
knows what he's going to do.
You didn't
I'm
get
keeping
to
it
where you are,
together.
Gina, by missing your chances. You're like, God damn it, this is my shot.
This is my shot.
GLP is opportunistic, if nothing else.
Always.
That was a great episode. Thanks for
Yeah.
listening. Everybody should say, please follow us on all the social media and
Yes, please.
Iron Lady Golf. Look it up.
Yep.
And if you have any women in your life that want to learn golf, this is the great, easiest way to do it. This is perfect.
Oh my gosh, totally. And if you're not in Ontario, I mean, I don't know. Like, you could be part of the retreats, right? Because those happen all over the world. She might do some virtual stuff. I'm not really sure, but even just following her online, you get some great tips and tricks and things like that. And just sort of inspires you, right? To see someone who is her age, which is not that old.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I don't know how old she is, but regardless, like she's a young, vibrant person. She doesn't have the energy of an old golf club. You know what I mean?
Yeah, very
No,
well
and
put.
she's got the face of an organization too.
Oh, boy.
She does her own.
Yeah. And also, if
Uh,
you're out there, Gina was just on a TV show, so go check that out.
Yeah,
A
check out
famous
Gina
TV
on The
show.
Last of Us. And if you're in line at a grocery store and you want to talk about immigration, don't talk to Monty.
No,
Well-
you know what? Don't talk to any of us, I would say. I
That's
don't
true,
want to hear it
actually.
either. And I'm a
No.
very white man, and I
Yeah.
don't care about your immigration thoughts.
Well, I might start talking to people about immigration in the grocery just to be pro. Like, hey, you ever think maybe we should have, wouldn't you like it if there was more immigrants in this line?
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening to our golf podcast. Thanks, Gina, for coming on and being the best host that we possibly could ever have. It's amazing. It's fantastic. I can't wait to edit this.
Look, if you want to have someone as the face of your podcast, it's Gina.
It's GLP.
Gee,
Can it be my face on the bucket hat?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, screw the
Definitely.
logo. The logo should just be Gina's
Yeah.
face.
That month and a half of just so many logos we went through to finally get to one that we all went, okay, this is okay.
Who needs Fiverr? We just needed Gina to take a headshot.
we needed a headshot. That was it.
I've got new headshots coming through, so I'll send
Excellent.
you one.
If you
Also,
could look
be on-
like confused, you're like, where is that bar card? Like that kind of look.
Yeah,
be-
like a comedy headshot.
That face will be on a bucket hat near you.
Yeah.
sometime soon. Thanks for listening, everyone. We've got one more episode of this season, and then we'll take maybe a brief break, not as long as last time, but then we'll be raring to go for season 3.
Yeah.
Nick, feel better, okay?
I will. Thank you all. I appreciate it.
Yeah, rest up.
Yeah. Put some thoughts out for Nick. He's getting better.
I'm on the mend. I'll get there. Thanks, everyone.
Find that
Thanks for
tree on the
listening.
side of the fairway
God bless you all.
and something distracted him.
Amen.